Now to an update on what city leaders are calling the largest trail project in the history of Woodbury County. The Plywood Trail. Now work is now resumed, and when complete, it will stretch from Sioux City to Lamar's. KTV's Jacqueline Aragon with an update on the project in its current phase.
Oh, the cyclists love it. I think they'll enjoy it a lot more once we have a full connection. People are kind of starting and stopping as they can right now.
Construction is resuming on Phase 3 of the Plywood Trail, and as they finish, folks using 46th Street in Sioux City might want to check their commute.
46th Street is closed as a result.
The work will continue throughout August to get this portion of the project complete and open.
We still have some other work to do in Sioux City to connect to 46th Street. We're waiting for an Army Corps of Engineers permit, and once that happens, we can connect the Plywood Trail to the Floyd Trail along the levee.
The road closure is set to help connect the Plywood Trail from Sioux City all the way to Hinton to complete Phase 3 of the project.
So Sioux City to Hinton is 6 miles. That's the largest trail project in the history of Woodbury County. That's why it's been 3 years of construction. In all, it's 19 miles once we get all the way from Sioux City to Lamar's.
The trail will start at Sioux City's riverfront to Dace Avenue to Lewis Boulevard, then to 6th Street, then to the Floyd Trail, all the way to Outer Drive. That's where it'll follow the levee to 46th Street and along Highway 75 to Hinton, and eventually Lamar's, making this trail a key connection for cyclists in Siouxland.
Once you hop on the trail, you can go all the way to Hinton, but to be able to utilize existing trails in Sioux City and then get all the way to Hinton will be a major bonus.
I'm Jacqueline Aragon reporting, KTIV News 4.
They concluded the first portion of the trail from Lamar's to Merrill along Highway 75 late last fall. And when this current phase wraps up at the end of August, the next focus of the Plywood Trails Committee is Merrill to Hinton. But there is still a lot of design work and fundraising that has to take place for that to happen.
There needs to be an overpass or an underpass under the highway, which makes it very difficult and expensive.
46th Street between Floyd Boulevard and US Highway 75 will be closed for the next 4 weeks in August. To get another look at the details of the Plywood project, you can head on over and click through this story right now. See the pictures on KTIV.com.